Yeah, man, you got Nutty, you got some, you got Clueless 15-year-old Kelly think he can outsmart the detectives. I ain't gonna lie, you cannot outsmart them niggas, cuz basically just shut up, cuz when you're in that room, but
What proof do y'all got?
You're in the house where the car's at first.
Right, I was asleep. That don't mean I took the car. I was asleep all day. I did not know that was there.
What do you think that everyone else is? You're here, okay? You're a part of very serious crimes. You have to be honest about all of it.
My partner talked to your mom, and I believe that she's raised you to be an honest person and take responsibility for your actions. I don't think things went the way you thought they were gonna go, but now is the time to be honest and be upfront.
349, we're gonna need more crews. I'm pretty sure this guy's that driver's shot. Yeah, dude, he's done.
damn, that shit all fucked up.
Part of this murder scheme.
Well, this isn't going to juvenile court, buddy. This is an aggravated murder.
So y'all trying to send me.
When Dayton police received reports
Yeah,
of a
nigga, boy, your ass
carjacking
going
at
to
1
jail,
a.m.
man.
on January 26, 2022,
You
it
get a
seemed
murder,
like a
boy, your
usual
ass going to
case.
jail.
However, when gunshots rang out in the same part of the city just an hour later, officers quickly realized they were dealing with something far more gruesome. Rushing to the second crime scene, they discovered that the victim, 35-year-old Brandon Cooper, had been brutally executed in an assassination-style murder. With no suspects in sight, investigators tracked the stolen vehicle from the first crime scene to a house in southern Dayton View. Believing the two crimes were connected, officers arrested 4 teenagers, including 15-year-old DeTravon Mitchell and 15-year-old Tylen Peaks, who were
Damn,
brought
15.
to the Dayton Police Department for further questioning.
Tell me how he came into contact with you today, Mr. Peaks. Right here.
I woke up and I just seen SWAT team. Cause my friend woke me up. He said, "Brother, SWAT team was outside."
You know, bitch, I'd be scared as fuck, bitch. I just woke up, bitch. I seen a whole bunch of SWAT teams outside I'ma do it.
Me and my friends were outside. I just ended up here.
Okay, well, let's back way up then, because obviously the day that you start with the SWAT team. What happened way before you woke up to the SWAT team?
I was chilling.
Where were you chilling at?
322 a.m.
Who were you there to chill with?
Me and Red.
And who?
And Red. But I just had pulled up, and then that's when I got sleepy, so I went to sleep.
Detectives are faced with 2 crime scenes. The first, a carjacking on St. Agnes Road at around 1 a.m. The second, the murder of Brandon Cooper, took place just minutes away on Fergus Avenue. But strangely, it happened almost an hour later. While detectives know that the teenagers have to be involved in the carjacking, since the stolen vehicle was found in their garage, they were now trying to determine whether they also played a role in Cooper's murder.
I'll be frank with you. I know you didn't go to sleep. That's not what happened. We expect you to be honest with us because we are honest with you.
I did went to sleep.
I'm not going to lie to you, so I prefer that you don't lie to me. When we ask you questions about what
Man,
happened,
cuz, don't say
know
nothing,
that we
cuz.
already know what happened. I'm seeing if you're going to be honest with me, and you haven't been so far. We're right at the beginning, so that's kind of
You already fucked up, cuz. It's over it.
So we know that you and Ron and Trey and Ray caught a lift earlier today.
I don't got no proof I caught no lift. I was at the house going to sleep. I ain't catch no lift. I don't even got lift money to catch lift.
The plan's never to pay for it. The plan was to steal a car that's in the garage at the house where you were laying your head. Or where you say you were laying your head. How old are you?
15.
15. Okay. You wouldn't be the first 15-year-old to sit in that chair.
No.
And you wouldn't be the first 15-year-old to catch adult charges for this kind of thing, okay?
You guys gonna charge me for it, y'all?
We're going to charge you for 2 counts of aggravated robbery and a count of aggravated murder. This isn't the first lift.
Oh yeah, and they got the messages.
Okay? You're gonna go get locked
Ain't no
up
point
this
in
morning
lying,
for
'cause
2
they got it
counts of
all there,
aggravated
cuz.
robbery. You took 2 cars this morning. And the second one resulted.
Do you understand?
What proof do y'all
Do you
got?
understand?
You're in the house where the car's at first.
Right, I was asleep. That don't mean I took the car. I was asleep all day. I did not know that was there.
What do you think that everyone else is? What do you think everyone else has been in here and said, sitting in that chair right there?
I don't know what they said. I don't know what they
You're
said.
right. You don't know what they said, but we know what they said.
Unfortunately for
And they
Tylen Peaks,
15. Oh yeah, but you
detectives had
already know they
already
snitching,
spoken with the
but cause
3
they
other
snitching out the
suspects,
gate. What?
including DeTravon Mitchell, who had opened up to them much more easily
I already
just
know
4
this
hours
man finna
earlier.
snitch. Yeah, boy, that boy ready.
So tell me what happened tonight.
Got the
How
hand.
did
Let
you
me
guys
see
all
you
get
ready.
together?
They called me.
Say again.
They called me asking me to come over.
Oh
We gotta
yeah.
go hit a lick. What was the plan?
Find some girls.
All right. So did you find any girls? Yeah. Okay. They just didn't want to hang out. Okay.
Burger.
So at some point you all leave, right? And you go get an Uber. Is that fair? Were you gonna go somewhere? Okay. What was the plan? Just take their car?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're telling the truth, man, and I appreciate that, okay? That's all we want. When they got there, was it a man or woman that came? Okay. Do you remember what kind of car it was? Is it the car that's in your garage?
And then y'all parked this shit in the
There it is.
garage, cause y'all.
It was a Subaru. And it was you, Ray, Ty, and Ron. Fair? Okay. Was the plan to always to rob her? Or did somebody say something while you were driving, or how did it happen?
Just happened in plain sight.
On the night of January 26, 2022, Tylen, DeTravon, and their friends Ray and Ron had booked a lift ride with the intent of stealing the vehicle. Though
Y'all
each
booked the
suspect
lift
had a
and stole
different
the
story,
lift vehicle.
detectives determined that the ride was
Cuz
booked
what?
using DeTravon Mitchell's phone at 12:30 a.m., with the armed carjacking taking place shortly after at around 1 a.m.
How many guns were in the car?
2.
2. What kind of guns?
I don't know. It was honestly one was MP9.
Damn, these niggas fried, bro.
Okay. Who else had a gun?
Where did I don't know. They was passing the gun around.
Okay. Do you know who started with the gun?
And both had
Who's both?
Tyler, right?
Ty and Ray. So
Damn, oh yeah, Ty and Ray, you putting y'all under the bus, bro. It's over with for Ty and Ray.
Okay. Is it safe to say Ty had the other gun?
Possible.
Eventually, detectives also broke Tylen Peaks, who admitted to playing a key role in the carjacking.
Alright, it was me, Ryan, Ray, and Treacher. But I don't know. I just know about the first lift. We booked
So tell us what happened.
We booked the lift, and then we just told her to get out the car. And that's when she got out the car, she started yelling and stuff. That's when we parked the car back in the garage. That's the only thing. That's the only lift I know. I don't know.
Cool, boy. Y'all parked the car in the garage, cuz that's some.
Who was sitting where and all that kind of stuff.
I don't know where the lift.
Did you drive?
No, I don't know how to drive.
Who drove?
I don't know.
Come on, man. You can't do this, Tylen. This doesn't work, man. Who got in the driver's seat?
Ty, I think.
You. Who drove the car?
Ty.
Okay.
While detectives now had enough evidence to believe that DeTravon
Oh,
and
yeah,
Tylen
Ty,
were
which-
primarily responsible for the first
Oh, yeah.
carjacking, they still faced a much bigger challenge: solving the
Told you,
second
but that's a
crime,
snitch.
as
Boy, I
they
know
had
a
a
snitch.
murder
Boy, I
victim
know
on
he
their
ain't ready to
hands.
tell on that man.
This task, however, would prove itself to be much more difficult than anticipated.
Do you feel bad about what happened? I just told you, ag robbery, ag murder. You know exactly what murder
Who did
here.
I murder?
His name was Brandon.
I don't know who Brandon is.
You don't have to know somebody to kill somebody, believe it or not.
So you're trying to say I killed somebody?
You were part of this murder scheme.
Look at all these pages. You're not number one.
I'm glad they got you, bro.
Okay?
You read? You can't read them out?
No, I'm not gonna read
The dog
anything.
already snitched
I
on
don't tell
you.
you what I know. You tell me what you did, and that's how this works. I would bet every penny I've ever made in my life that DeTravon, Ty, Ray, and Ron went back out to hit another lick because that one was fun and that one worked, and then the second one went sideways. Okay, so that's where we're at. You're here. You did grown-up stuff, and that's where we're at. We got us a car. Let's go get another one. Right?
Damn right, but you got a car. Let's get
Okay,
another
so tell
one.
me
Fuck
about
you
that.
talking about? Yeah, I'm just playing.
What was the goal? To get another car?
Get some money.
Get some money. Okay. Same 4 people. Okay. Everybody sit in the back. Everybody sit in the front.
Right.
Okay. Who all has guns in the car this time?
Same people.
Huh?
Same people.
Damn, this nigga telling everything, bro.
I didn't get what good.
One of them. Huh? I gave my friend one of them. Which one? Because that's important, you know what I mean? Who'd you give the gun to? The only two that had sticks. So Ty and Ray both had guns? One of them had yours. Okay? Who said what? We did the same thing the last time. They just pulled guns on him? So they pulled guns on him, right? Somebody said, give me the car, get out.
Even if you snitch, bro, you still going to jail now.
What does he do?
Like, your ass still finna go to jail.
Okay. What happened next? Got out of the car. All four of you got out of the car? Nah. I got out of the car. But they're still, they still in the back. Ty and Ray are still in the back seat. Okay. And they're the guys with guns. Okay. And they're still in the back seat when he takes off. And how many gunshots you hear? 2.
According to DeTravon, Tylen and Ray both stayed inside the car when 2 shots were fired, killing Lyft driver Brandon Cooper. Before the fatal shots, he claimed that he and Ron had already stepped out of the vehicle. Interestingly, Tylen told a nearly identical story, with one key difference. He insisted that he and Ron were the only ones who got out of the car, not DeTravon. Both these stories, however, would soon turn out to be impossible.
I think there's a little bit of mistruth that you're telling me about this second event, okay? And I know what you did, right? And I get it. You put your pole on somebody else and don't put yourself in committing this second offense, which you did. Right? No. No? Come on, man. I'm telling you the truth. You've been telling me the truth so far, but I think this is the part where it gets a little hairy because
this shit be so funny because the detectives making it seem like they really care about you. Cause these niggas don't give a fuck about you, cuz. I'm just keep cutting these boys do not care about you, cause they trying to make it seem like they your friend, they your homeboys or something. These niggas trying to throw you, these niggas trying to lock you up.
Ty and Ron, get out. Me and Ray still in the car. Who has your gun? Ray. And then who's got the other gun? Ty. Ty has the other gun. Went to his door and tried to pull him out the car. Ty tried to pull him out the door? He scared it off.
Damn, Top boy, you.
Ray shot me twice. Let's do
oh yeah, Top boy, you
okay,
cook, boy.
Stand up. I'm the driver, right? Come over here. I'm the driver, and he's trying to pull him out, right? And he went in, and so Ty's trying to pull him out. His door was locked. So Ty can't get in the door. Yeah. So where is Ray when Ray shoots him? Ray right here. Outside of the car. Inside of the car. So I'm facing this way, right? So how does Ray shoot him? He had a gun, something like this. Okay.
Damn, bro, you tell him exactly what he did?
Where did he hit him and point on my body? Either right here or back there somewhere. Okay.
God
so
damn,
inside
boy.
the car, but hit him in the upper back. Okay. And you were right there.
There's no other bullet holes anywhere in the exterior of the car.
So
There's no bullet holes in the interior. He's got 2 in the back.
2 in his back.
Nah, 2 in the back.
Not through the seat or anything.
No, his story is bullshit. Because the car was stopped right at the curb, right at the intersection.
Okay.
A shot couldn't have been fired after he started to pull away from inside the car because they were already stopped at the intersection. That's right where the casings are.
Both DeTravon and Tylen had purposefully withheld a crucial detail.
What's going on, y'all?
When officers arrived on Ferguson Avenue at 2:08 a.m., they pronounced 35-year-old Brandon Cooper dead at the scene.
Damn.
2 bullet casings were found inside the car, supporting DeTravon's claims that Cooper had been shot from inside the vehicle. However, what didn't add up was the discovery of 2 additional bullet casings outside on the road.
Didn't shoot this man. We're here, man. Look at me. We're here, okay? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's unfortunate. It sucks. It was a terrible decision. But if you shot this man, just tell me you shot this man, man. And so we don't keep doing all this.
That man probably knew he was gonna die.
Living
Living his life, man.
Circles and it's all lies.
Niggas
It's all
just bad.
nonsense.
Gone.
Hard, I think.
Huh?
Yeah.
You did it. Where did you shoot him from?
Twice inside the car, once outside the car.
Twice inside the car, once outside the car. Were there any bullets left in your car, in your gun? Just the way you talked to me, just the way you showed me? Were you on the driver's side by the door or in the middle? In the middle. Twice inside the car. And then you shot like at the car?
One time, yeah.
Did you hit him, do you think?
I don't know.
Surprisingly, DeTravon eventually confessed, claiming that he alone was responsible for Brandon Cooper's murder. Although the accounts of what actually transpired on January 26, 2022 varied among the four suspects, detectives had an explanation for the key moments.
I be knowing
It
this
all
shit.
began around 12:30 a.m. when a Lyft ride was booked using DeTravon
They
Mitchell's
got
phone.
the evidence all right there,
Approximately
but you can't go
25
over
minutes
that, bro. They
later,
got
as
when
the
you
driver
called
reached a
Uber, what
stop
time
sign
you
on
got
St.
Uber?
Agnes Road, DeTravon and Tylen, who were both armed, pulled out their weapons, threatening to shoot. They robbed the victim, taking her belongings before Tylen took control of the vehicle and drove it to Anna Street, where they parked it
Like, y'all
inside
could
a
have just
garage.
robbed the man, but y'all
At
didn't
around
have to shoot,
1:40
cuz y'all
a.m.,
could have
just like the first incident,
went in for
a
robbery,
second
cuz
Lyft
now
ride
y'all
was
got
booked,
murdered.
again starting on Oak Ridge Drive. This time, however, it ended on Ferguson Avenue at 1:51 a.m.,
Damn, bro, these
just
niggas
one
crazy.
street away from the first crime scene. Once again, DeTravon and Tylen played key roles in the robbery. Inside the car, they to Anna Street, where they parked it inside a garage. At around 1:40 a.m., just like the first incident, a second Lyft ride was booked,
Damn, at
again
1:40 y'all
starting
booked
on
another
Oak Ridge
ride?
Drive. This time, however, it ended on Ferguson Avenue at 1:51 a.m., just one street away from
Yeah,
the
y'all
first
booked-
crime scene. Once again,
Y'all booked another
DeTravon and
ride at
Tylen
1.
played key
Y'all booked another ride at 1 a.m. and did it on another street. Damn, boy.
roles in the robbery. Inside the car, they both
Yeah, y'all
pulled out their
boys got it,
weapons,
boy.
threatening to shoot with the apparent intention of robbing the victim. When he did not comply, DeTravon fired 2 shots
was
into
ready,
his back,
explained it and all,
fatally
bro.
wounding him, before firing a third round at the vehicle as all 4 teenagers fled. The second bullet casing
You
found
did the
outside
crime
on the
with the man,
ground
now you
came
ready
from
to
Tylen's
snitch,
firearm,
bro, yo.
as he also fired at the vehicle while escaping. 9
If you know
minutes
you gonna
after the
snitch
murder,
like that,
at 2
don't-
a.m.,
don't do no
surveillance
shit like
cameras
that.
captured the group running back toward Anna Street.
Go to the parking lot, and then we see the police, so we start running,
You see police where?
going down the
Them
street.
boys getting up
Like
out of there.
towards where you just came from? Like where you shot the guy?
Around an hour later, a SWAT team raided the building after tracking the stolen vehicle from the first crime scene to the house where the teenagers had been
I don't
staying.
know why y'all did
They were
that,
then
but y'all
arrested
parked
and
it
taken
right
to
in the
Dayton
garage,
PD for
bro.
questioning.
Do you feel bad about what happened?
Yeah, I didn't know he got murdered.
What did you think happened when
This
he
nigga
crashed?
funny, bro. You talking about you didn't know, you know that nigga was
Yeah.
dead, bro. Talking about you didn't know he
Did you
got
see
murdered.
him get out?
I told you I ran, like, I just ran.
All 4 teenagers were put in jail on multiple charges,
New here at
including
5,
murder.
2 17-year-olds are headed to prison for murdering a Lyft driver. And in court today, the driver's
Like
mother
I said,
had
bro, you
words
still
for
going
those
to jail,
teens.
bro. You
News Center
doing all
7's
that
Mike Campbell
ranting,
joins
bro.
us
You
live.
still gonna
Mike,
go to jail,
lots of
bro.
emotion at the Montgomery County Courthouse today.
Absolutely, James. DeTravon Mitchell and Tylen Peaks were only 15 years old when Brandon Cooper was lured to a robbery attempt and then
Damn,
shot to death in
15.
2022.
During the trial, both Tylen Peaks and DeTravon Mitchell were tried as adults due to the severity of their charges. Initially, Tylen pleaded not guilty, but as overwhelming evidence of his involvement surfaced, he later changed his plea to guilty. Similar to DeTravon Mitchell, Tylen was convicted on multiple charges, including murder, aggravated robbery, felonious assault, grand theft of a motor vehicle, and tampering with evidence.
Damn.
Although Tylen was never definitively linked to the fatal shots that killed Brandon Cooper, police records revealed that he had been involved in multiple similar robberies
Yeah,
in
like,
the
he
days
still
leading
was
up to the
involved,
murder.
right.
These prior offences proved critical in court. As a result, Tylan Peaks was sentenced to 27 years to life in prison,
Damn,
while
wasted.
DeTravon Mitchell received 25 years to
Wasted
life.
half of your life, man.
Ray and Ron, whose identities were never made public, were tried in juvenile court due to their lesser roles in Brandon Cooper's murder.
See, you doing 25 years, but I'm good.
I never make anything like that to happen. Like months were they making me to be, I'm human, and all humans make mistakes. I just so happened to make it really bad.
The life you took, that fateful man, that fateful morning, was an amazing young man who would help anyone and literally give you the shirt off his back.
When Brandon Cooper kissed his wife goodnight on January 25th, he began his usual night shift as a Lyft driver, working to provide for his family. No one could have predicted that just hours later, his life would be tragically.
You know what I'm saying? But you could be here, going on, cuz. John K.